I wanted to. I didn't know that the airports are having like a real fucking issue, bro.
Are they?
Because of the government shutdown.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just learned the government was shut down last night because I talked to my mom.
Yeah, well, I knew it was shut down, but I mean, we don't really feel it because we don't do anything. But apparently, we're gonna feel it with these fucking flights coming up.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They a LaGuardia, they said like a quarter of the TSA workers just didn't show up to work. Fucking
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Why? Because they're not getting paid because the government shut down?
They don't pay them. So during a government shutdown, they don't pay them. So they tell them like, yo, when the government is no longer, you're obligated because you have legally, they have a job that they can't just strike. They can't strike legally. Okay. So they tell them you're obligated to come to work, but we're not going to pay you. Last time, these motherfuckers didn't get paid for like a month.
But they got it eventually?
You get it, yes. Yeah. Eventually you get the bread. Okay. But still, these people have like bills and shit. They can't call their mortgage company and be like,
"Yeah, my boss just stopped paying us."
Yeah, the government stopped fucking paying us. So I'm a little worried. They said if you have TSA pre-check, it's a lot better because they prioritize TSA pre-check above the other ones. But they said it's going to be longer lines and delays because it's air traffic control too. They work for the government too. So if they don't show up to work, you're fucked.
And what are they striking over? Health insurance or something?
No, the government shutdown essentially is
they
Democrats and Republicans can't come up with how much money essentially to spend on budgeting to certain things. This is, I believe that's what it is.
That is what it is. I didn't know what the certain thing was though. I thought it was health insurance.
No, I think there's a bunch of issues. I don't think it's one. I think it's a whole fuck ton of issues. And
damn, dude, my health insurance is Medicaid.
That doesn't mean anything.
No?
No. But what they are doing is they canceled. Yo, Trump is wild. He canceled EBT for Thanksgiving. So when you have EBT every month, now look, EBT is a fucking scam. I know mad at my boys who grew up who lived in the hood, who are on EBT.
It's like food stamps.
It's like, yeah. So, but they put money on it. And these motherfuckers were getting lobster, steak, all types of shit, bro. These used to
So the government just loads money onto the card.
And then if it's
like monthly or weekly?
Yes, monthly. Okay. So for Thanksgiving, they put, I don't know if it's a little more or whatever, but for Thanksgiving, for November, he canceled that shit. So no EBT.
Damn, bro.
How wild is that, bro? Because now motherfuckers are freaking out. They're like, what you mean fucking no EBT for Thanksgiving? Like that's how a lot of these people eat. And it's fucked up because some people really need that shit, okay, to eat.
I'm sure.
And then there's a lot of people who scam it. And like,
what's the scam though?
People who don't necessarily need it. Like people,
they get it. They fudge.
Yeah, like there's a lot of scammers and like drug dealers and all types of shit who use this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's the same thing as Section 8. A lot of these people are grandfathered in from like their parents and shit who lived in the projects.
Yeah.
So these people are like making a ton of money, but living in a $200 a month, rent controlled apartment. It's in the projects, but you go in, it's just flat screens everywhere, all time. It's fucking, that shit is ghetto as fuck. Damn, but the fact that he canceled it before Thanksgiving is kind of foul. Like, I understand with the government shutdown shit, that shit's kind of foul.
I really thought, not that I voted any which way, but I really thought like nothing is better at all.
No.
Like literally the only thing I really pay attention to is because where I spend most of my time and my money is just grocery stores.
Yeah.
And it's probably worse, actually.
It's so bad, bro. I was, it used to be where like when you cook from home.
That was the smart financial decision.
You were going to save bread.
Yeah.
Bro, but it's literally just as expensive. If I want to get a steak, I want to cook steak for me and my kids. Let's just say on the
I don't even look at
is
steak
20
anymore,
something.
bro. I literally only eat meat that's been ground up because it's just cheaper. Like, why would you get it?
And even that is $17 a pound.
It's crazy. And what's really fucking me up is because I'm like trying to be smart. I'll never not eat organic, but like I go to this independent organic grocer where I'm like, it's going to be pricier than a chain spot. Right next door is a massive chain grocery store called Tops, and I go in there, dude. And the grass-fed ground beef is more money there than it is at the small place. Like nothing makes sense anymore.
But even eggs, bro. Even when I make the kids eggs, nothing feels like enough, bro. I'm getting a dozen eggs. No bullshit.
Eggs are
every
eggs
2 days.
The only way eggs are suitable for a family is if you have chickens yourself and they're just popping 12 out a day.
But Nick, every 2 days I'm buying a dozen eggs.
No, you have to buy 24 eggs at a clip.
It's
pretty
fucking
much.
Yeah, but a lot of times they're sold out. You can't even fucking get like free range, the good ones, because they're sold out.
Sometimes I've been getting the 18 packs. Because I eat 4 eggs a day myself.
Yeah, well, my kids eat.
Yeah.
I cook 3, 3, and 3 because 2, 2, and 2 just isn't enough. You make 6 eggs for 3 people. It looks like there's nothing.
Yeah.
It looks like it's for one person. So
2 eggs is ridiculous.
Yeah,
you might
so
as well
I do
be feeding a fucking gerbil.
And they really should be eating 4 eggs because they're hungry. I know they are. They eat it and they're like, "This is good, Daddy." But I'll put like bacon or whatever. What I do now is I cut up ham. I get like the best quality ham I could possibly get. You know, I know
Like
ham's
the cold cut ham, you mean?
Yeah. And I cut it up. So I scramble. I'll cut up cheese, 2 slices of cheese. Now I do a slice and a half to try to save. And I cut up ham into little pieces, throw it in the scramble, and I just kind of like make an omelet and I scramble it up. And it's perfect because it's hearty enough where they get some protein.
Dude, add some
you know what I mean? Yeah, you know? So that's what I've been doing, but they're fucking pain in the ass because, like, even that, you know, breakfast is weird because you, as a kid, you eat the same shit every day. You get sick of it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, every couple days, they're like, "What are you making tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Ham, cheese, and eggs." And they're like, ugh. And I'm like, "What? What the fuck do you want?" They're like, maybe bacon, egg, and cheese, or maybe waffles. So I make them fresh waffles because that's also easy to do. Because I buy the
batter.
No, I buy the powder. Yeah, and then you just throw some oil in there, and I have a waffle maker, so I just pour it in, close the shit.
I haven't had a good
2 seconds.
waffle in years.
Delicious.
I feel like waffle is far superior to a pancake, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah, and you make it crispy, nice and
crispy waffle.
with
You fill the fucking craters with syrup and butter.
What, bro? I throw butter on the waffle maker.
Suck, to be
Pancakes
honest.
suck.
They're fucking whack.
They're not. They don't suck. You ever seen the
dude.
Asian ones that they make in the Asian guy? Like, I don't know if you've seen it. It's on TikTok all the time.
Chinese pancake?
Yeah, they're like thick and fluffy, and they stack them. It's like in maybe Japan or China. I don't know. I see that shit. I'm like, damn.
Whatever they're doing over there is always 8 times better than whatever we're doing over here.
Yeah.
But you always feel like shit after pancakes. After waffle, I feel like there's a better chance where you don't want to take your own life.
Yeah. See, I like making waffles for them because it really is just easier.
And it fills them up.
It fills them up, but it is bullshit.
Yeah, but you should throw some protein powder in there, and now you get a high protein waffle for them.
Yeah, you think?
Because
you think it makes it substantially better though, or is
better
it
for you? Yeah, not better for you, just more nutritious and like a square meal.
And that's another thing. Syrup.
Yeah.
If you want like good syrup,
it's a lot. Yeah.
It's like $12.
Dude, salt. A bag of good salt is $14.
The one you sent me, that's what I use.
I don't know if they're running out of it or what.
That's what I use, and it's so expensive. Bro, the sugar I use, the sugar that you sent me, I use that brown like maple sugar.
You use maple sugar still? Nice.
And I buy a bag of that. Bro, it is mad expensive, dog.
Know. I guess we're getting all the fancy shit though. Like,
I know, but so the healthy shit, I also just feel better. I feel like
I wouldn't be able to eat it. I would just feel like I'm poisoning myself with each spoonful. And that's no way to live.
No, you know how I ate prior to like us traveling together and shit. I ate like a loser. I would go to I'd eat whatever bullshit, like you know, like a normal American.
I mean, you were pulling into like. What's that? We pulled into a real obscure fast food joint one time.
Yeah, it's like Burger King kind of stuff.
But like, what's
KFC, Popeyes?
What's the other burger one that's only in a few fucking states? And I was like, you're gonna go in here?
Checkers?
Dude? No, even more obscure. It's like an only. Fuck, I can't think of it. It's like the Buc-ee's of fast food places. I can't even think of the name.
It's not In-N-Out.
Not Arby's. Great. Something like Arby's. You might have went to Arby's one time, dude. And I was in the shit.
Like,
I was
bro,
in the car. Just
you good though?
I was shaking. Yeah.
But now and once in a blue, I will eat at the venues or like whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel I can feel the difference in my body. Not necessarily that day, always the next day. The next day, how I wake up,
Yeah,
how
I have a cold,
how my
cold
stomach,
sweat going.
how I react after my coffee. That really tells me what I ate the day
What do you
before.
mean?
Coffee always makes me go to the bathroom, always. But what kind of bathroom experience I have all depends. All depends on what I ate the night before, or
what
if
the
I ate
coffee's
late.
flushing out.
Yeah, or if I ate late.
Yeah.
Which I do a ton.
I know. I try to not do that because apparently it's really not like when you sleep, a ton of like growth hormone and other things like is released, and a lot of other things are taking place to like repair your body. And if you have a full stomach, that can't happen. So there was like 2 weeks where I was really trying to like stop eating at 8 o'clock. And I felt like I was just withering away to 112 pounds.
Yeah, bro.
And it's more important to me to just not be the size of a high school cheerleader. So I'm just going to eat at night till the day I die.
Yeah, I'm a night eater for sure. And I smoke at night. So it's like when I'm high, dude, everything goes out of the window. I'm like, so I have a snack that I eat.
What's
it's
your
every
snack?
night. Chrissy makes fun of me. Okay, so it's for Whole Foods sells this Italian, it's spicy salami. It's like a sharp.
This is not what I thought you were going to say.
It's
You make a
sharp
charcuterie board?
Yes, pretty much. It comes in a package, right? It's delicious. Spicy salami. It has these like rectangular cheeses. It's like raw cheddar or some shit like that, and a cracker. Okay,
So it comes in like a
comes in a
prepackaged charcuterie board.
yes,
basically.
Essentially. Okay, it's like a Lunchable.
Where'd you
It's like a
stumble
Lunchable.
upon this?
Bro, I've been eating these for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I used to get them as a snack to go to work. Like I had like a little lunch bag and shit.
Yeah. It is. It's like the adult Lunchable.
Yes, it's adult Lunchable. But what I do is I'm a salt and vinegar chip fanatic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have one of these every fucking night, bro.
Jeez, bro. That is a lot of
I know,
sodium
bro.
That's why you're
know.
waking up.
But I do, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I have a cracker. I stack them 3 salamis across,
Dude, you're so
a cheese on top, and then I take 2 salt and vinegar chips, flat ones. They can't be all crazy shaped.
Yeah.
Flat ones put on top, and I take 1 bite, and then I take another 2 chips and I put it down, and 1 bite, and I do that every night.
By the fucking year, bro.
Bro, I do it every night, dog.
And you sit down and you relax and you have that meal while you watch. See, I think 99% of my meals I'm eating standing up just over the stove.
Yeah, but I
never
eat
sit
like that
down
too.
and
If I cook
enjoy
for
a meal.
myself.
Yeah.
If I cook for
But that's
myself.
sort of what, even when I have a snack like that, it's never like to that level, but like grapes or watermelon, I'm on the cutting board, I'm chopping it, I'm throwing it down my mouth while I'm at the cutting board. I never sit down and
Yes,
enjoy
I
anything.
do that too, but here's the thing.
I want to, though.
I first of all, you shouldn't do what I do because I'm eating in the bed.
Well, you're in your bed
I'm
doing
in the
that?
bed doing it.
It does sound really nice. Though.
It's so nice.
It's like
bro.
a date with yourself.
Bro, it's so nice. I sit there and I eat.
And you got your lady on the screen.
Yeah, I got fucking FaceTime on. And she's just staring at me like I'm a psychopath. And I'm like, and I'm just eating my shit. But that.
I can't believe you eat in your bed. I would think that'd be like an outlaw.
Okay, so here's the thing. So I have a
You
plate.
lay a bath
I have
towel
a
down?
plate and it falls on the.
You have a plate or a
Well,
tray?
because it comes in a plate. So when I open it, I hold it underneath my mouth, so all the crumbs go there. Sometimes they'll get crumbs, but what I do is if I get a few crumbs, I throw it all off to the side. In the morning, first thing I do is grab the vacuum and I fucking.
Dude, you know what video I saw mad long ago regarding like sleep and cleaning and stuff? It was I think it was like a Chinese fella. It was like a daughter filming his father, and she was like, "Does anybody else's parents do this before they get into the bed at night?" And he would climb into his bed. He would sit up like this, hang his feet off the edge of the bed, and go and rub his feet
I do that.
together.
I do that. I do
and then
that.
get in his bed. And
You
I
don't do
was
that?
like, "What the fuck?"
You don't do that?
I never do that, bro.
Bro, I do that. I
started weirdly doing it, and now I understand what he's doing. He's just trying to get like the crumbs.
You got to get the bullshit off.
Yeah, whatever ends up, whatever tracks onto your feet, and you don't want to drag into your bed.
See, and here's
I didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah,
at
bro,
first.
I do that fucking all the time. I do that as I'm walking throughout my apartment. If I feel, I'll get the vacuum and suck it all up. But that's why I'm so anal about people wearing shoes. So my barber doesn't like to take off his shoes. You can tell.
I get that though.
No,
it's a weird thing because as a homeowner, I get not wanting shoes in your house, but as a real person going to other people's houses, I don't want to take my shoes
but
off.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get because you don't know. Like, look here. There's 2 things here. I don't mind that he doesn't want to take them off, but I bought shoe covers. So I'm like, hey, I leave him by the door.
That's worse than asking him to take his shoes off.
You think so?
Fuck yeah, dude. Hey,
Nicky.
man, slip this condom over your shoe.
So yeah, but I put him down. I go, hey man, if you like, I gave him options. He knows now.
Both
But in the
options.
beginning, I'm like, yo, either you could take off your shoes or slide these over. Because here's the thing. I'm very anal. My kids know. They walk in, they take their fucking shoes off. Because it's disgusting.
It is
and
gross.
you know
I
when
get it.
I hate, like, and I normally will respect everyone's house who has shoes by the door. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll take them off. Here's the issue. People who don't do it, who don't take off their shoes, and then I don't want to take off my shoes. If I know you're in your crib with your shoes, I'm not taking off my shoes because then it's
hypocritical.
disgusting. It's like, I don't know what the fuck is on your floor.
dirty.
Yeah, my socks are dirty. I don't want my socks dirty.
It's really weird because as an adult, just standing around with other adults with no shoes on, unless you're like tight to the point where like me, you, and Lee are, that's...
Yes.
But like, yeah, when you're at like a house party, like a dinner party, and you're like required to take your shoes off, that does feel weird, doesn't it?
It does feel weird when you've never, it does feel weird, but I take it off because I understand.
It's almost like taking your shoes off in a restaurant.
But Nick, our shoes.
They're filthy. I get it. I don't even know which side of
disgusting.
the angle to argue on this point.
Yeah, it's
because I don't want
fucking
people
gross.
with shoes on in my house either.
No, and I'm like, even on the bed, one thing like my kids know, don't get on the fucking bed with your go out clothes. Like if you just got home from school, I usually, the moment they come in, they're like, and I'm like, take off your fucking clothes. And they're like, and I make them take it all off, put it in the fucking hamper. I'm like, hang out in your fucking drawers, put some fucking shorts on, because they'll go and want to lay in bed. I'm like, that's disgusting, bro. Yeah. That's disgusting. But I don't know if it's in my head. I don't know if it's really that disgusting. And like, or if I'm kind of just OCD crazy. Yeah. But I wash their sheets also like every 2-3 days.
That's
their
a lot.
comforter too.
That's a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. 2-3 days?
Yeah, bro. They're gross.
I guess, I mean, they're peeing. Are they eating in there?
They eat, yes. So that's another thing too. Like ever since I moved out, I don't know if it's healthy. Like I don't have a table. I have like the island.
Right.
Which I don't make them sit there. KJ sits in the living room and I have these little
dinner trays
that they eat on, and Caden hangs out in the room and he wants to watch TV in his room. So is that
you don't do dinner together?
No.
Are you in your room?
I cook them. No, I eat in the kitchen.
Just alone?
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing I was always, even when you were living all together, when you told me that time that you guys just all put AirPods in and then ate dinner at the table, I was like,
that's probably worse.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys have headphones on now in your place?
No. He'll watch TV. My son watches TV, and I eat in the kitchen. I'll cook. I'll serve them. They're fucking spoiled, bro. I'll serve them, and they'll be like, "Daddy, napkin and juice, please." And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, yo, my mom would have fucking.
I don't know
lost it.
what's right or wrong though. I mean, I just grew up at like dinner was a fucking thing we did together, and you will not fucking miss it, bro.
Well, that's how I grew up. And even when we go to my mom's house now, that's why I like going there. I go there once a week with the boys.
Oh, nice.
And I do that because we do eat dinner at the table. I take their phones, they take the tablets.
Okay,
it's like
nice.
something new. I'm like, we
and how
go
do
there
they handle it?
and they love it.
Okay,
we
good.
talk and we fucking hang out and shit. The thing is, at my spot, it's a little harder to do because like,
you don't have room for a kitchen table?
No, I don't think so, bro. What? I mean, it would look weird as fuck.
You get like a rectangular one. You push one end up against the wall, and you have 3 sides. You sit at the head like the king, and then at the fucking.
Yeah, maybe it might be a good idea to do.
I like it, dude. It's one of the few like memories I have of my childhood where it was like we were sort of all.
Do you sit
along.
with Rooster in his chair, high chair, and you kind of just
sit right next to him? Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys just eat.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll eat always dinner. Not every fucking meal.
No, not every meal, but
dinner for sure.
Always dinner. You sit down and have dinner. And he'll eat. I mean, he's old enough now. He'll eat whatever you eat, right?
He'll eat whatever I'll eat. And I'm at a point where I'll also just, because he'll give up on the meal just to get down so he can play and shit way quicker than, like, well before he's full.
Right.
And he's so fucking small, dude. I'm like, I'll just feed him, like, the back half of his meal until it's gone because I'm like, you need all the calories you can fucking take, bro.
Yeah.
So I sit with him and make sure it's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I should probably get a table, bro. But I'm just
you can all sit at the counter, no?
Bro, it just, I just
counter's tough.
The counter's
tough. It's not
tough.
a social situation.
And it's not comfortable really because you're not like, it's not social because we're all next to each other. It's like a bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just the only person in the middle is the only one who really knows what's going on.
Right.
Everybody else is trying to.
Everyone. Yeah, it's like I normally just like go ahead, do your thing. The problem in the morning time is they take their fucking sweet ass time, bro. I'll serve them breakfast. Sometimes I'm like trying to rush. I'm like, hurry up, you got 10 minutes to eat breakfast. Like, let's go. Yeah. And he's like bullshitting, like with his feet up, with a blanket on him. And I'm like, I think I make it too comfortable, you know, where they're just bullshitting. I'm like, you little fuck, hurry up.
I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, because I was awful in the morning when I was a kid. Bro, I used to lay down in the shower and just like take a cat nap. My mom would say like, you have to get out of bed. And I'd be like, all right, I'll get out of bed and go to sleep, not be asleep. And then I just go to sleep in the shower for 15 minutes, dude. I hated getting up for school. It was really difficult for me.
There was a large part of my childhood in high school where my mom had to go to work before me. Okay, so she'd be like, "Get up!"
God, that's insane.
And do not fucking miss the bus, you know.
Oh my God,
and I'm like,
I never would have went to school.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you up? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I'm up.
I'm dressed and clean.
I'm fucking. She would leave. I wake up 10:30, like just
God, bro,
just not give a fuck. And I did that all the time,
course.
bro.
Every
time. So like when I lived in Queens, it's a robot that calls your house, okay, and it'll say your son, Kevin Herrera, was absent for more than 1 or 2 classes, blah, 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 right? So I got that shit every day. And my mom is so gullible that she would just be like, you didn't go to school? I'm like, of course I went to school. Mommy, if you're a few minutes late, this robot, it's like automatic. Damn, everyone gets these calls. And she's like, oh, okay. Wow. And then when it was time to graduate, I remember them pulling me in the office and saying, this is how much I didn't go to school. They were like, we don't know if we can graduate you legally. Like, you just haven't spent enough time in school. And I was like, what? I was like, bro, because getting left back was my biggest fear because my mom, like, that's all my mom talked about. If you fucking get left back, motherfucker, and you're going to be with the younger kids, and you're going to be the fucking dummy in there, special ed. And I'm like, ooh.
That was good bullying.
That was good bullying. Luckily, by the time it got time to graduate, I don't know what they did, but they were like, all right, like, just get the fuck out of here.
You're
just
a bigger problem here than you are.
Just get the fuck out of here, bro. You'll be fine.
Damn, I think I don't know any kid who would go to school if it was their responsibility to get themselves there.
Yeah, and
I never would have went.
And I never went anyway. I started cutting school in elementary school, dog. Elementary school, me and my boy Danny would go to his house. We would play Nintendo 64. We'd fucking, maybe it wasn't Nintendo 64. Maybe it was Dreamcast. One of the systems. And we go to his crib and just sit there. And I remember the first time we got caught, I was like in 5th grade. And I'm in his crib and we're fucking eating. He was a Korean kid. And I remember I'm eating seaweed and shit. Like, cause they love seaweed.
You're eating sushi wrappers?
I'm eating their snacks and shit. Yeah. And we're playing video games. And there are another ones to take their shoes off. So this is why we got caught. Because his mom starts opening the back door. I'm like, fuck. And I got to like get my shoes and shit. I put my shoes on and I run out. But I leave my book bag. She comes home. She goes, yo, what the fuck are you doing here to Danny? Whose book bag is this? So he snitches on me. So she calls my mom and tells my mom, bro, my mom lost it. And me just being so young and like, she came up to me and she's like, you went to school today, motherfucker? And I was like, yeah? You sure? Because I'm going to call the school tomorrow and I'm going to fucking ask them. And if you didn't go to school, and that's when I'm like, that's it. When you're young and trying to, you're like, all right, what do I do here? Do I double down? So I just start crying. I'm like, and she's like, you motherfucker, you just like your father, you babysitter.
Oh bro, my God,
bro. Dude. And I remember when I went back to school, no one cuts school in elementary school, bro.
I mean, I didn't even
know
that
son's
was
in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Okay? So like if my son like didn't go to school, I'd be flabbergasted, bro. I'd be like, huh? What are you talking about? Where the fuck did you go? Yeah. So I went back to school and I remember there was like a guidance counselor, like a therapist kind of person, and they sat with me and they said, like, why, like, they were trying to understand, like, yo, you're so young. Like, why are you not going to school? What are you doing? You know? And for whatever reason, when I was that age, I blamed everything on my father. Bro, everything on my father.
I saw your mom doing it.
Yeah, like, my mom did it all the time. So that's all I did. So it's just that, and they're like, what's going on? Is everything all right with you? I'm like, no. My daddy made me sad. That's why I'm not going to school.
Dude.
But it worked.
I mean, not bad. Yeah.
You never cut school, or you did just in high school?
Yeah, I was definitely. Yeah, I had like a car. I had like a way to get out and go play. I didn't. Yeah, in elementary school,
Middle school, you never cut, nothing like that?
Nah, bro. Middle school, nah. I was like excited to. Oh, school's almost over. I get to go to basketball practice now. I'm so excited. I made the team this year.
Oh,
I'm gonna put my
so
shooter
funny.
sleeve on and hoop.
That's so funny, Nicky.
Yeah, I didn't. I never. The only real like trauma I ever had in school, sort of, was I moved in 5th grade to a new elementary school, and it was like, it was way more delinquenty, like you're describing, than my prior one. And it was like people were playing bloody knuckles in the back of the room, like
bloody knuckles.
You know, remember they would like slam the quarters into
you
until you bled. They were bullying like the minorities in the class.
It was just a racist ass school.
This chick named Ruhi, and the people were making songs about her. There was a chick, Amanda Zenobio. She was like, something was off, and they would do things. And then like my buddy, just this kid. He was like. He would rap. He would freestyle, and he did like a freestyle about like 4 flavored condoms and a razzmatazz, I remember. And I was like, what is a razzmatazz? And then I learned that it was a vibrating dildo and shit.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, and he had one, and he put it in the girl's backpack. And like,
see, one thing about white boys, it's like, look, I went to school with all minorities, and then I went to school with some white boys, right? Yeah. When I moved to Long Island, there was white boys there. You guys, the way you bully, in my opinion, is so much worse because it's like
psychological
creative
warfare rather than
it's like
just
creative.
Physical,
They'll tell you about your life story, talk about your mother, like your mother's gonna die of high triglycerides. You ever heard of that? You know what I mean? Like you guys are like like you said, you'll sing songs, you'll put naked pictures of like bitches on websites and like wild shit like that. No.
I mean, I don't know who's doing the website. I never ran.
You never had that? Like, when I was in high school, they created a website.
I know the website. Yeah, I spent many a nights on.
Oh, so you do know?
I don't know what the people uploading the footage looked like though.
Yeah, it was a kid from the one that happened in our school. Yeah. A kid did it.
Bro, the website I'm thinking of was like an entire inventory of the whole country.
Oh no, that's not what this was. This was like a local.
This one was called, it was like Anonib, I think it was called, ANONIB.com. And bro, there was a glossary by state, and you would go to New York, and then you go to fucking your like Suffolk County, and then you'd find your high school, and there was pictures of dozens of chicks I went to high school just from nudes.
And you know what's so crazy? Back then, it was taken very seriously, like
because there was now it's like people put they sell news.
They're like, you idiot, like you know what I mean, you idiot.
You it's expect it to happen at a certain point, but then it was like people were like thinking about killing themselves over that.
Yeah,
shit,
crazy, bro. Fucking
being a fucking 18-year-old girl and your tits are online and the whole school knows about it. They're all talking about it. You see Danielle's tits.
Remind me to tell you about what happened to me in high school on the page. Remind me just remind me. Say what happened to you. What happened? No, what happened to me in high school? Just remind me. Yeah, bro.
I used to have to climb.
But you were so. When's the first time you smoked weed? I was 12.
I wasn't that young. I was probably 15, maybe.
Okay, so you weren't old. You were young. Okay.
Really, I guess.
And so 15 is
like
sophomore,
grade, probably 8th or 9th grade?
No way. No way.
No? Well, 12,
17,
13,
you graduated. I graduated
12, 13 is 7th grade. I was in like 8th or 9th grade probably when I smoked weed, whatever age that is.
I was 14 in 9th grade.
Well, I figure you graduated.
I graduated when I was 17.
18. Yeah. 17 turning 18 is when you typically graduate high school.
Yeah. All right, so you were 15. And do you remember the experience? Like
I can't remember. I don't know if I can pinpoint the literal first time weed touched my lungs, but I remember the first time I truly got way too fucking high. Yes, that I remember because I thought I was in a fucking. Do you know what a sump is?
No, a sump like a
sump. Yeah, like I've talked to like 4 people recently about a sump because I grew up in my backyard was a thing called a sump. So I had
like a sub pump where the shit goes.
No, it's just water from the gutters in the street drains into this giant like cavernous hole. Like I didn't have neighbors in my backyard, and neither did like the 5 other neighbors on the other side as well. It was just a huge,
Really? I never heard
empty thing of land that was like sunken in. And it was called a sump. But like one of the first times I smoked was like in a thing like that. And I was with like
inside of it.
Yeah, well, when it wasn't filled with water, it was like a place you could chill and just be a fucking derelict. And we were with it was me and like my 4 buddies. We were probably 14, 15, and we were with this much older dude who was like the weed dealer. And looking back, he was clearly probably doing this on purpose. But he had a bong, and he was packing it for us, and we passed it around. We all hit a bong 8, 9 times probably. And we were like, we're not feeling anything. What the fuck is wrong with this? He's like, don't worry, it'll kick in. And bro, we all stood up and at the same time looked at each other and sat back down and started fucking hyperventilating, bro.
You're like, that's it, bro.
We tried to get on our bikes to ride away. None of us could stay on our bikes. We had to walk our bikes to our buddy's friend's house. And our buddy's backyard had a gate that you could just go into his backyard from a back road. And he wasn't with us. We just all went onto his deck and fell asleep in his backyard on his patio. And he came outside. He was like,
His parents? His
parents were there. And he came after we all woke up to him looking at us being like, you guys got to get out of here. I told my mom. She knows you're on drugs. This is a huge problem. You can't be here
Oh, my
anymore.
God. That would have made it so much worse.
And then, we all get up. We're all
I would have had a fucking heart attack, dude.
Yeah, and then we're all green and we found another fucking place to go and chill. But it was like, it was a whole ordeal.
It's wild because like I think about, I was writing jokes earlier about comparing, because I have that new joke where I'm like, my mom tries to give me parenting advice. So I was thinking about like just the differences on like how my kids are with me, how my mom was with me, how I was with my mom, and I'm like, damn, bro, I was a real like piece of shit and tough. And those are things, there's like half of the shit my mom had no idea about. My mom was so gullible. And I think I got in more trouble because I knew no matter what situation I was in, I can come up and manipulate some sort of story where it seems somewhat believable to her, where she'd be like, okay, fuck it, and just move on. Yeah. One time, we ate dinner together every night, and we're sitting down, and my whole family there. It's my stepfather, my brother, my sister, me, and my mom. And they're kids. They're young. I'm probably like 15 years old, okay? And I was selling crack at the time. Okay, I was selling hard and soft with my boy T. Okay, and we were young. Like we would buy the soft, we would buy the coke, and then give it to his stepfather, and he would cook it for us. And we were like fucking. I remember the first time we bought an 8-ball, we were like, yo, we were trying to bag it up into 20 bags, and he turned on a fan and just blew all the coke
on purpose.
And we had to wait. No, on accident. He was like, it's hot in here. It turns on the fan, blows all the blow, and I was like, fuck. And then the next time we saved money. I was working at like Rita's Italian Ice at the time.
Yeah, stealing from the cash.
Yeah, exactly. So we did it again, and we found a fiend. His name was House. We had one guy that we would sell to. He was like a 50-year-old man, and his name was House. But he would come to us with this Chinese kid, and they would spend mad money, bro. To the point, Nicky, it got to the point where we were making like $1,000 a day.
Just off this one guy?
Just off this one guy. So
how much?
We started to think he was a cop. We would hang out in my room upstairs, and in his sock, we would throw down the crack, and he would put money in it and throw it up, and that's how we did it with my mom downstairs. So one day, One day we're not answering the phone. Okay, we're not answering the phone. I'm home. Not there. We don't have anything, bro. This guy, we thought he was a cop at a certain point, so we wanted to get away from him because like this is too good to be true. We're making all this money off one guy. Yeah. So we stopped answering his calls, bro. He comes to my crib during dinner time and knocks on my side door, and my mom opens the door and she goes, "How can I help you?" And he's like, "Oh hey, is Kevin here?" And my mom's like, "It's just 50-year-old fucking man asking, is Kevin here?" And my mom's like, "Kevin, like." Your friends here? I'm like, oh yeah. And I was playing basketball for a league called Long Island Lakers. Okay. And I was like, oh yeah, and he looks like a crackhead, dog. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's one of the coaches from Long Island Lakers. I'm like, what's up, coach? And I close the door. I'm like, the fuck you doing here, motherfucker? I'm like, I'm eating dinner with my mom. Like 15 maybe. Bro, and after that, I stopped selling to him completely. But I think in my head, I go, bro, like if the situation was reversed and my kid's 15 and some fucking white guy comes to my door and goes, bro, I'm gonna fuck this. What the fuck you asking for my 15-year-old son? What do you want my son for? The fact that I was able to like, oh yeah, he's a coach. He was just coming to check on me and blah, blah, and she was like,
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think that's crazy?
Of course it is. I'm trying to, not say things. I can't believe it, bro. I mean, it's unfathomable. All of this.
And we made mad money.
There wasn't even a point in my life where I could have like snuck out of my bedroom window, and gotten away with it, let alone deal drugs through it.
Yeah, bro.
Like, how did she not ever once see the guy coming there and throwing a sock through
So
your
he would
window?
come to the side of the house. So like where my room was, he would just walk through the side. It was like a little alleyway. Yeah. And bro, we didn't know what we were doing either, bro. Like we were
How'd you even link up with this guy? Where'd you find him?
So my friend at the time, his name was Armani. He knew this guy was a crackhead, and he was like a crackhead in the neighborhood. And when we first got it, we didn't have nobody to sell to. So we were like, oh, what should we do? So there was a block called Terrace Avenue in Hempstead, okay? That like everybody serves drugs. So our first idea was like, yo, we should go there. And which was a terrible idea. I went there with him. I got my bike robbed. I was like, this is a bad idea. But his cousin lived there. So he was like, yo, I think we could push on there. But in the beginning of the block, don't go all the way down. Let's just do it at the beginning of the block. And that was our first idea of how we were going to hustle. Mm-hmm. And then we realized we couldn't do that. Like that block is run by legitimate drug dealers. So our friend Armani at the time was like, yo, there's this crackhead house, I know house, and this one used to serve him or whatever. So we like introduced ourselves. We were like, what's up?
On that block?
Yeah, we're on bikes, bro. And we saw him. We're like, what's up, bro? Like, we got soft and hard, whatever you need. Like freaking teenagers, bro. Just fucking teenagers telling this guy we got what you need. And I remember I had no idea. I didn't know shit about blow. I never did drugs.
And at any point during any of this, are you remotely concerned about getting arrested?
Of course. But like, so this is what happened. So I'm going to tell you a story of how we stopped. So I remember when I first got the coke, I didn't know anything about coke. I didn't do drugs. Okay. So I went to my cousin. I rode my bike to my cousin's house, who I know has done coke. And I was like, tell me if this is good. Mm-hmm. And he put his finger in it. He put it on his gums. He probably didn't know either. He was young. He was young as fuck too. He was like 18. Yeah. He was like, yeah, this is good shit. You know, this shit was probably terrible. It was probably, baby. So he's like, fuck it. He's like, yo, this is great. And I'm like, oh, I bet. We made a bunch of money.
Did you need money badly, or it just felt like a cool thing to do?
Yeah,
it was what you saw.
Yeah, we needed money, of course. I mean, every kid I wanted clothes, I wanted to buy shit, for sure. I mean, I wasn't poor. Like, I didn't do it to, like, give my mom money. You know what I mean?
I
did
wanted
it
to
for
be
me.
that dude.
Yeah, bro, I was young. Dudes. I wanted to be a drug dealer. It gave you, like, his, like...
Status.
Yeah, he fucking... and then he was really... Because he ended up growing up to be a very legitimate criminal. But I remember like, bro, crazy shit, bro. Like the first time he had a gun, I remember him showing it to me. It was like a little tutu, like, and I was like, what the fuck, alive, bro? Dude. And like, who, me?
Yeah, you.
Bro, his little brother was the same age as Dylan. One day I wake up. This is how I knew. I was like, his family is not a normal family. Yeah. I fell asleep.
You mean that fanning cocaine and cooking a crack for you wasn't the first time?
Bro, I wake up. His mom is putting hot sauce in my mouth. Okay, I wake up to like, and then she's standing on me, and he has the gun and he's fucking with me. There's no bullets in it, but he's fucking with me with it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're laughing.
Oh my!
I'm like, yo, this is some wild shit, bro. And but for whatever reason, when you're that young. Bro, I slept there all the time. Yeah, I slept there all the fucking time.
Didn't your mom like ever go to meet your friend's parents at any point?
No, my mom didn't know. That's part of the joke that I'm writing. My mom didn't know anything about my friends. Bro, she knew I hung out with like dudes that I shouldn't hang out with. And when my house got robbed, my mom and also me at a certain point realized that this was one of my friends. No, my house got robbed. We used to go to Connecticut. We had a trailer at this campground called Salem Farms. It was in Connecticut. I've been going there since I was a baby. And my mom had a trailer there. My whole family there, cousins, they all had trailers. And on this campground, it's like there's pools, there's an arcade. It was super dope for kids. And I would go a lot. And
It
one
was a
weekend,
trailer park.
It was a trailer park. Yeah. It was a trailer park. I'm trying to make it sound fucking really good. There was a baseball field and also hillbilly whites.
It was a mud puddle we got to jump
We were the
in.
only Colombians there. It was just a bunch of Colombians and then white people. That was it. But we like took over that bitch. And we went, and when I came back, my front door was open. Okay, so we went inside. I had a gold chain that my uncle, it was a Cuban, Miami Cuban chain, thick, that my uncle bought for me from Colombia when I was a baby. And my mom gave it to me once I got of age. And I would put it in the same place, and no one knew where it was except for a few friends, okay? And the way they robbed the house, first of all, they only took my shit. Only my shit. They took clothes of mine. They took my chain. Only my shit. They didn't take anything else. None of the TVs, nothing. Just my shit. Okay? And the way they got in, so they ripped out my sister's AC. And it was like, I don't feel like it's like someone who knew. I feel like it was someone who knew, because this AC, you know how you're supposed to screw it into the window? The only people who knew that shit wasn't screwed into the window was my friends. You know what I mean? So they had ripped out the AC, went through the back, took all my shit. Yeah. I mean, it could be just a regular...
No, for sure, your friends.
Yes.
The knowing of the chain is the biggest sign.
Yes, the chain, because that was the first place I looked.
Yeah.
I went straight to my mom's room because I used to hold it in her drawer. And I'm running through it, and I'm like, fuck! So then I'm like, fuck.
It wasn't even in your room?
No, bro. It was in my mom's room. The only people who knew it, because I would show it to my boys when we go there. Like, you know, we cut school, drink in my crib and shit, and like smoke weed in the basement. And I'd show them, like, yo, this shit fire though, right?
It's a
like,
lesson.
Yes, lesson learned.
A showboat.
Bro, when the cops got there, even the cops were like, did you hire your friends? It's the first question they asked me. They brought me outside. This like, did you hire this? Did you plan this with your friends?
Nice.
And I was like,
I don't blame him.
I was like, huh?
I can picture what you looked like.
I was so mad, bro. I know. I had a do-rag on and shit. What the fuck you talking about, dog?
He called them the N-word.
Yeah. Bro, I was the worst. So I probably don't blame him either. But it is crazy, bro. Like, I'm very, very grateful to be in the situation I'm in right now, and pray to God that I don't have to deal with a quarter of the nonsense that I put my mom through.
No, I really don't. No, you're gonna have to deal with like white children behavior. honestly, they're gonna, you know,
which is drugs, and that's scary. The drugs thing is a problem.
Well, I mean, so it's drugs seems to be an all encompassing across. You clearly had problems. You didn't do well. You were dealing with drugs, and then you got into them later.
Yes.
So you'd hit every fucking corner of that avenue.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be, it's gonna be more like attitude, spoiled, entitlement problems.
Yeah.
Which hopefully not like entangled with the law or violence problems.
Yeah, I mean, look, I feel there's a lot of times I say like I genuinely feel like if you give them enough love that it'll like work itself out. But there are so many parents that I know who are like really loving, dope people who raise savages. So it's like you really
you have to be
know.
loving, but you can't let them be in control.
That's probably a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's just it's the discipline of like, because I was scared. Even with all the shit I did, one of the first things that were always on my mind was like, yo, if my mom, like I was scared of my mom, but I just didn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't enough fear to like not do the things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just like, shit, I hope I don't get caught. You could
always lie your way out of it. Yeah.
Yes. And that's probably, if I feel like with my kids, like when I know they're lying, I really press them. I'm like, stop fucking lying, you know, because they will look you in your eyes and keep lying. I think it's like a normal instinct. Yeah.
Bro, it's already in my son already understands that if I go like this when I'm not sad, it will make my dad do what I want him to do.
Yeah.
And that's a fucking lie. That's the first lie he's ever told is I'm sad. But really, I'm not. I just want a lollipop. Yeah.
Please.
It's fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah, bro.
But you have to. Yeah, you can be loving, but you can't let them control it, because then if you don't create the boundaries for them, I think they will act out in other avenues of their life looking for somebody else to set them. And I think you do a great job of that. You're loving and you're also intense.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to the Patreon
Right,
because
let's go to the Patreon.
we have
Yes,
to, and we got a tight
an
schedule
interview.
here today.
Don't
even mention it.
sorry. Okay. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much for the support.
Actually, should we mention it? What the next episode? Should we
so
tease
next
the
episode is going to be Manny Montana. He was in Good Girls. He was an actor. He's in Good Girls. I know a lot of people know. He has a huge fan base. Super dope. He's never done a podcast before, so we're really excited to ask him some questions. Super dope guy. Tune in for that. It's our first guest, so I'm super excited. Go fuck yourself. We'll go to the Patreon.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. So this is what I wanted to tell you.